Hello, welcome back to another beer review, and in this one we are staying in Yorkshire. We're going to a brewer which I have a hell of a lot of respect for, and they have done some fabulous beers. And this is a beer, when I first started reviewing beer about 4-5 years ago, it's one of them beers where you see it and you never get around to reviewing it. It's just, I'll do it next week, and you see it again the following week, and you think, oh, well, I'll do it next week, and you never get round to reviewing it. But I kind of made a determined effort when I saw it to pick it up and actually pay for it and review it. So, boys and girls, we're off to Samuel Smith's, and we have a bottle of their Nut Brown Ale, super smashing great. Now, I'm a massive fan of their organic chocolate stout. I think it is absolutely beautiful. The Imperial Stout. Oh God, the Imperial Stout. That was nice. So yeah, slowly making my way through their beers over the years. But anyway, it's 5%, and I shall read to you what it says on the back. It says brewed with well water. The original well at the old brewery, sunk in 1758, is still in use, with the hard well water being drawn from 80 feet, 5 feet underground. Best barley malt, yeast and aromatic hops, fermented in stone Yorkshire squares. I think Black Sheep uses them as well, stone Yorkshire squares, to create a relatively dry ale with rich nutty colour, palette of beech nuts, almonds and walnuts. If you've got a nut allergy, I wouldn't bother drinking this. So there you go. It's got loads of serving suggestions. It's got Stilton cheese, games such as roast grouse, pheasant, partridge, roast and barbecue duck, guinea fowl, pepper steak, spicy foods, teriyaki, Thai food, Malaysian and Chinese food, biryani, best served at 13 degrees centigrade. There you go. And there you go. And there's a picture of is that the stone Yorkshire square? Yeah, it's the stone Yorkshire square. So, let's crack this open. Like you do. Yep, it's not going to go everywhere. There's the crown. See what we get. Yeah, there's a slight hint of chocolate, I would say, on that. And I do pick up a whiff of maybe walnut. There, dark chocolate and walnut. Smells like a Cadbury's whole nut bar. Is it a whole nut bar? It's going back a bit. Anyway, let's pour this out. And I would say, hopefully I make a good job of this. If I make a good job of this, can you please give me a round of applause? So there we go. In she goes. Oh, got her mostly in. Little drizzle at about bottom. There you go. So yeah, as you can see, it's very brown looking beer. Verging towards mahogany colour, I would say. Off-white head, as you can see at the top. And again, there's a slight sweetness to it. Walnut maybe. Currants, raisins, caramel maybe. It smells nice. I'm going to go in. Cheers. It feels rich. It feels very wholesome. And you do get, you get walnut. For me, it's walnut. There's a slight sweetness to it, which I might say is cashew nut even. But you do get the essence of this beer of drinking it with food. Gamey food. I mean, looking at all these serving suggestions on the back, you can imagine, steaks, spicy ducks, biryani, teriyaki, it will go with it. Actually, it does feel, when I drink it, you get this taste of a slight taste of teriyaki in it for me. There is a slight soyness in there as well as the nuts, as well as the walnuts. But it does feel rich. And you can feel it settling there. Strength-wise, you don't feel it being 5%. This is a beer for me to have with food. You can just imagine it. On the front end, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of nut, maybe hit the chocolate. Back end, leaving a kind of sweet coating around the mouth as well. It feels like it just feels very traditional to me, and it feels like a lovely, lovely beer. I think I'll go in one more time for the road, boys and girls. Walnut, chestnut, hint of chocolate. There is, like I say, this weird teriyaki type of thing in there. If anybody gets a can of mackerel and teriyaki from Tesco's, you know what I mean. It doesn't taste like fish, but it tastes like the teriyaki sauce it's in. But apart from that, it's a lovely pint. It really is a lovely, lovely pint. Boys and girls, Sammy Smith's Nut Brown Ale, very traditional beer, and still is a very, very nice traditional beer as well, from a great Yorkshire traditional brewer, and you can't go wrong with that. So boys and girls, thank you for watching this beer review. Please subscribe, murder me in the comments, do what you will, and I shall see you all on my next one. Cheers.